We're back! Mitchell Griffith here with Griffith Goods and Spirits, and today we're taking a step back in time as we join one of film's most prominent stars, Audrey Hepburn, as she portrays the carefree Holly Golightly as we make a hangover breakfast at Tiffany's. Want to take the hassle out of your next brunch? Well, Easy Bins has got you covered. Easy Bins is a convenient way for you to get all of your groceries delivered straight to your door. They've got this recipe and hundreds more on their website. And with a variety of stores to choose from, they've got everything you could need. And use the code Griffith5 at checkout in order to get $5 off your next Easy Bins order so you can get back to enjoying breakfast at Tiffany's.
I don't think I've ever drunk champagne before breakfast before. With breakfast on several occasions, but never before.
Now I've got a wonderful idea.
As we always do, let's start with a cocktail. And what would brunch be without?
Whoa!
We're gonna start off by filling up 2 champagne flutes here. After getting your champagne flutes about 3/4 of the way full, we're gonna top one off with a little bit of Simply orange juice. And then we're gonna top the other one off with a little bit of cranberry juice.
Sorry, you wanted something. Oh!
Now, to garnish these 2 beautiful cocktails, we're gonna start off with the mimosa. We're gonna do just a nice long orange peel here. You're just gonna express it over the glass, rub the rim with it to get a little bit of that aroma in there, and then you can drop it right in. Now, for the cranberry mimosa, I'm gonna give our rosemary a little slap, and then drop that right down in there. It's gonna give it a wonderful aroma, and it's gonna look great while it's in the cocktail.
Isn't it wonderful?
Now it happens whenever you want to party a little harder.
Reinforcements.
We're gonna start off with a little bit of our cat head honeysuckle vodka in here. We're just gonna drop this right into our shaker tin. We're gonna do an ounce of our fresh squeezed lemon juice. Drop that in. We've got a blueberry simple syrup here to give it just a good pop of flavor. And we're gonna do an ounce of that as well, going into our shaker tin. Add a little bit of ice to the bottom. Now we're gonna give it a fun shake. All right. This is gonna come out as a beautiful, bright pink. Just give that a quick strain. Then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna top it with a little bit of our champagne here. Beautiful. And then, to garnish this cocktail. To garnish this, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our channel knife here and go around our lemon and get a good long zest, just like this. Wrap it around your finger a couple times, give it a good twist, just so it curly cues up. And then, I'm gonna drop it right in there. And you've got your beautiful blueberry French 75.
You don't mind, do you, darling?
Now that we've got our 3 cocktails out of the way, time to start on our brunch. We're doing eggs Benedict, but first, we're gonna start on our Avocado Aioli. We're just gonna go ahead and take this avocado, cut it in half, get that pit out, give it a little tap and twist, and it's gonna break multiple times. This is a great time. We'll figure it out and be right back. After wrestling with our avocado for far too long, we're gonna cut half a lime and just give it a squeeze in there. We're gonna add in 4 cloves of garlic, and then we're gonna do a dollop or 1 cup of our mayo here. Going right into the blender. We're gonna salt and pepper this and then toss it on and get it going. We've got this salt and peppered and put in our blender. Now we're just gonna blend all of this together. We've got our garlic avocado aioli here. Now it's time to start on our easy hollandaise sauce. We've got 4 egg whites going in our blender here. We're gonna add in about a tablespoon of our lemon juice. We're gonna toss the base on this, and then we're gonna let it blend just to get nice and frothy as our butter's heating up. All right, after whipping our egg whites,
Is he all right?
Sure.
and our lemon together, we're gonna add in a little pinch of salt. And we've got our butter pretty warm here. We're just gonna ladle in a little bit of this at a time. You don't want the egg yolks to cook while the hot butter is in it. We're gonna give this a quick blend, and then we'll repeat this step a few more times until we have our hollandaise sauce.
People do fall in love.
Now that we've got our hollandaise sauce done and a small mess in the kitchen,
Poor slob. Poor slob without a name.
we've got our sauces ready. We're gonna start on the eggs Benedict. We're gonna saute a little bit of spinach. We're gonna get our Canadian bacon going, and we're gonna soft boil our eggs. In this pan, we've got 2 handfuls of baby spinach. We're gonna hit it with about 3 ounces of our olive oil, a pinch of salt, and a few twists of black pepper. We're gonna set this on the stove at about 4 or 5 just to saute up while we're also cooking our Canadian bacon. We're gonna add a couple ounces, again, of olive oil to the pan, and then we're gonna drop in our Canadian bacon. And you wanna bring this up from low temp so that your Canadian bacon gets cooked evenly on both sides. And we're gonna toss it on the stove on 4. As you may be able to tell, we've changed scenery a little bit. We're over here sauteing our spinach. We've got our Canadian bacon frying up in the pan. And as this is starting to come to a soft boil, we're gonna kill the heat a little bit, give it a stir, and drop our eggs in. All right, so now that we have gotten to a boil, we're gonna drop the heat a little bit, and we're just gonna slowly rotate this water here. I've cracked each one of my eggs into a bowl, and I'm just gonna slowly drop that in there. You're gonna keep spinning it, and then I'm gonna add in my other egg, and drop that in. And then we're just gonna keep stirring this for the next 3 to 4 minutes as these begin to boil up. After a few minutes of giving this a stir, your eggs will be done. You're gonna pull them out, and you should be able to touch and see that they're really nice and soft. So be very delicate with these whenever you're pulling them out. We're gonna drop those onto a paper towel just to get some of the residual liquid off of it. Same thing with this one, nice and soft. We're gonna pull it, drop it on our paper towel. We're gonna do the same with our Canadian bacon that we fried up and some of the spinach just to get a little bit of that olive oil off of it. And then we'll build up our eggs Benedict.
Didn't I tell you this was a lovely place?
Now it's time for us to plate up our eggs Benedict and get brunch rolling. We're gonna start off with our aioli on the bottom of our toasted English muffin. You wanna make sure and toast these English muffins just so that they don't just become big old wet sponges for all of our toppings going on here. Then what we're gonna do is add 2 slices of our Canadian bacon onto each side. And then we're gonna top this off with just a dash of our hollandaise sauce at the bottom. We're also gonna add hollandaise to the top, don't you worry. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of our sauteed spinach as a base to each one of these, just to give it a nice little pop of color and some great texture to our eggs Benedict. We're gonna add on our eggs here. Be very ginger with them. There we go. I'm gonna top that right there. And then what we're gonna do is add a little bit of our hollandaise over the top here of our egg.
Gracious.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of everything bagel seasoning to to the top of this, just for a little bit of flavor and some texture as well. Just a couple little shakes on each one. And then we're gonna top it off with some fresh cut chives, just for another little pop of color and to give it a little bit of bite. We've got our beautiful eggs Benedict here, along with our trio of mimosas. And now you're ready for breakfast at Tiffany's.
Don't you just love it?
Love what?
Tiffany's.
Want more great recipes just like this? Well, hit us up with a like, subscribe, and click that bell in order to be notified for the next family dinner. And what would brunch be without some mimosas? Blender, now we're just gonna blend all of this together. Oh my God. Promise I can get a lid on here.